Welcome back, friends. So this is the continuation of my previous subject, uh, where I have shown you how we can check motor winding using multimeter and megger. So as I said, this is a very interesting topic. So in this video, I'm going to show how a motor winding is burned, but still it can't be detected with megger and multimeter. So to continue with, first let's check the motor winding using multimeter. So in this video I am not going to use megger as I felt it was not required actually. So let's see. So in this phase, as you can see, we get so in this phase, as you can see, we get 0.9, 0.8, let's sketch it as 0.8 ohms resistance. So in one phase, let's check with the second phase. So in this phase it's 0.8 ohms. So here you can see it's 0.8 ohms. So here we can say that the winding resistance is balanced, as you see the third phase, this is also 0.8, 0.7, 0.8. So let's consider it as 0.7 ohms. So here we can see that all the phases has balanced resistance. So we can conclude that the winding is healthy. So now let's check if the winding is phase to phase healthy or it is phase to phase short. So let's continue. So here we'll see I have put the meter in continuity mode. So keeping the left probe common, you see I'm checking in all the phases and there is no short in it. You also see. So in all phases we can see the winding is healthy. So there is no phase to phase short in any of the phases. Here you can see. So the next one. So now let's see if there is any short with phase to body. So you see, keeping the left probe common on the body, we can see that there is no short with the winding and body. So all the phases are showing healthy. So now we have seen that the winding resistance is balanced. There is no phase to phase short, neither there is no phase to body short. So what was the exact issue in this motor? So when this motor came, there was a complaint that the motor winding may have some issue as the motor was tripping. But with megger and meter, the winding was looking healthy. So the third and the last method of knowing what was the issue, and the third method is visual inspection. So in this, as you can see, winding looks very clean. It's a very brand new motor. It has hardly run for 50 to 100 hours. There is no dust. There is nothing in it. There is no scratch, nothing. The motor is as brand as new. But there is a small issue in this winding, and this issue is leading to the motor tripping. So I'll show you all where is the exact defect. This is the non-drive end side. Here also you can see there are no burn marks, or the winding looks perfectly alright, but there is a small issue in the overhang. So let's zoom in on the overhang side. So here you can see the coil on the overhang, behind the overhang, here you can see has heated up. The heat was so much that the thread which I used for binding has also melted off. Here you can see. Here you can see the one copper conductor which is used for making coil has melted and cut off from the rest of the coil, and you can also see some 2-3 conductors getting blacked, so means that is the result of burning, which is here you can see the coils have become black and the full coil has heated up. So now the question is, what was the reason for this single conductor to get damaged? So normally what happens when we do winding, we make coils of copper conductor. So on your screen you can see this is a copper conductor which is used for making coils, and then those coils are inserted into the motor core. So basically there are total 3 protective layers in any winding. So first base protective layer is the small insulating coating on the copper. Then the second layer is our varnish, which is used after motor is rewound, and the third coating is a epoxy gel coat which is applied after the varnish is baked. So these 3 layers are actually added to strengthen the insulative resistance of the copper conductor. But sometimes it so happen that one of the 3 layers may get damaged. So protecting the first base layer of the conductor is very important, and if that layer is damaged, then the whole cycle may get affected. So now let's see how this happens. So now you can see I have scratched the first insulating layer which is applied on the conductor. Here you can see that insulation coating I have peeled off at the time of making coil, or at the time when the coils are placed inside the stator core. If this conductor gets punctured, or if this protective layer is peeled off, so if the winder is not able to detect this fault, in future when the motor is in operation, this particular section will get heated up, as there is no any protective layer above it. So if these 2 conductors which are very close to one another happen to damage their insulative layer, so at the time of making coils, if this layer on the conductor gets damaged, so when the motor is put in operation, this particular area will get heated up, as there is no insulating property in this conductor at the base level. So this area will get heated up, this will convert into a hot spot, and then this 2 conductor will burn. So once this 2 conductor is burned, the whole cycle is damaged, and then the motor will eventually get burned or start tripping. So friends, this is a very rare case, so you can consider this happens in 2 motors considering 100 motors. So if you all have any doubt on this subjects, please comment me below. I hope you like this whole series. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.